So here's what it looks like on the backsplash next to a stove. And here's what this looks like. Everything looks exactly the way I imagined it. It's nice and clean. What's good, everybody? In today's video, I'm going to show you how to install speed tiles. These come with an adhesive attached to it, so it's a peel and stick, very easy. So if you don't know how to do tiles, this solution may be for you. Now we have a brand new sink that we've got. This is one of those TikTok sinks. It's got 2 autofill features. It's got a dish drying rack. It's got filtration. There's a lot of really cool stuff in here. However, because it's about 3 inches too short, we needed a solution for this. So since this counter is already finished, there's no way for us to do it. One way was to that epoxy or marble tile that was this big and just kind of cut out the hole for the sink. But I didn't want any seams in here, so I found this. So people use this as a backsplash. The backsplash next to a stove. This comes in black, and it also comes in silver through regular tile. And they also provided you with the edging, which is going to make it look like a finished piece, which is kind of what I needed. All right, you see that? That slides off, and then you peel this. You stick it where you want it, and then you slide this back on. These speed tiles are actually a metal brushed finish. It's a duotone, but if you look closely, it's really a veneer. So the bottom has a rubber adhesive. In the middle, it's cork material, which is still water resistant, and the top is metal. It's a very thin piece of metal. So you don't have to worry about this corroding or any of that. And then this is an aluminum finish as well. So we're going to essentially create this all the way around up to there, and we're going to use these edgings. We're going to take this 5/16 8mm matte black edging for tiling. So this is going to hold the tiles coming in this way. Put it in like that, okay? And now we're going to essentially just overlay it, align it with the edge here, like that. So a lot of cutting and a lot of details involved, but I think it's gonna look pretty dope. Now, in terms of gluing this, we are going to be using this. This is PL8X, not 3X. I definitely recommend this pretty much for every job, whether it's fusing metal together, wood and metal, wood and fiberglass, plastic and metal, plastic and anything, or concrete blocks, pavers, indoor, outdoor, absolutely anything. Use PL8X. Make sure you cover every piece on here. Place it down, and now we're going to go and adjust it back and forth so we can have the glue settle. So next, we're going to go and cut this right in there. So perfect. So now we're going to go and put this in, the one with pre-cut edge, and now we're going to remove this piece, that piece, and we're going to find another piece, and we're going to attach it onto here. You can just press it back like that and then just cut it, because remember, it's just a little adhesive that's kind of holding it. See? And then you can reuse this piece because it's just an adhesive on the back. Let's flip this around. So you just peel it and stick it. That's the whole point of this, but this will give us just a little more adhesion. And we're going to just spread this. This is a do-it-yourself project. Contractors have different ways of doing it because they have better tools, charge the client a lot more money, but when you're doing it yourself, you can. So now we're going to go and line this up. Now we're slowly going to press this down. And we're not necessarily going to press it yet. I'm going to slide this to make sure it's nice and even. So line this up. Make sure that this will be flush. We're going to fill this in with the glue. That way, if there's ever any leak, it's not going to go through and create an issue for you. And we're going to do that all the way around. Now we're going to go and join these pieces here. It should just click right in. Now to cut your tiles, you can just use an X-Acto knife. Just mark out where you need it to be cut. So just grab yourself a nice sharp knife, and you're gonna have to go through. It'll take you maybe 2 minutes, or you can go from the back. There you go. And We're just gonna glaze this way. And remember, clean as you go. So we've put dabs of glue on here, and now we're gonna go and put on the edge. It's always kind of messy, but let's see what we can do here. Okay. So now we basically press down. You can also use a wet saw to go and cut your tiles here. And there you go. We just finished all the edges. It's still drying. There's a little bit of tweaking involved, but it looks really, really nice and clean so far. So far, it looks good. This is a black charcoal grout, and we're going to go and fill in our seams just to make everything nice and clean. All right, so I'm just squeezing it in, and then once I run this line, I'm going to push it in a little more with this float, or you can use your finger. We just want to put a little bead of black for aesthetically pleasing finish. Make sure that all of the grout goes in. So now let's go and grab a sponge to clean that with. We're going to wet it, and we're just going to go over it a couple of times. Just wiping the excess very gently back and forth, making sure that you don't have too much, and you're going to go through a couple times until you're satisfied. And everything came out super nice and clean, and we will be definitely using it again as a backsplash for our kitchen right over here. So stay tuned for that video. Now that everything is here, we are ready to insert our sink, hook that up, and reroute our plumbing. So let's go and put the sink in. All right, so we are placing the sink on top, and let's see how it looks. It looks pretty sick. Pretty nice. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.